Hey guys, so for today's video I'm going to show you some brushes I recently purchased from the Spectrum Brushes Alice in Wonderland collection. And to go with that I will be using some products from the ColourPop Bambi collection. So if that all sounds good to you, then please keep watching. So I have another kind of Disney themed video for you today, and that is because I purchased the Spectrum Brushes Alice in Wonderland brushes. So I will be showing you all the goodies I got from Spectrum Brushes. And then I also purchased the ColourPop Bambi collection. So I will be using both, obviously not every single product. I think most people that were interested in the Bambi collection probably already picked it up, but I wanted to use products that were also kind of Disney themed and even bunny themed, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's talk about this Spectrum Alice in Wonderland collection. So the first item that you saw on the top, this is actually a dust bag, which was really nice. I don't know if I expected there to be a dust bag, but it's a very nice kind of blue velvet in the color of Alice's dress. And then it has the gold foil that has Disney Alice in Wonderland on it. And then it also has on the back in gold foil the copyright Disney. So inside there is a makeup bag, and this one, it's a nice kind of white furry material. It says Spectrum X Disney. As you can see, has a nice gold kind of clock or watch medallion, and then a little keyhole Alice, and then on the back it's just plain. So this is called the White Rabbit Pouch Bag. Oh, and it was wrapped inside of this, and just looking at the tag here, it says poly bag, place in general waste, will biodegrade in 3 to 6 months. So that's pretty cool. Spectrum is a vegan company, so not like you thought this would be real bunny fur, but just in case, this is like a faux material. And my favorite feature of this bag is actually if you turn it around, there's a little bunny tail, which I don't know why, just amuses me. And then it has this kind of clasp closure like a traditional handbag, and then it just has some paper stuffing, and then it has a kind of more traditional cartoon print on the inside. So very, very cute. Unfortunately, I think this is sold out at the moment. I'm not sure if they will restock it. I purchased the bundle, so I got a bit of a discount, and Spectrum is also a British company, so I'm not sure if they set their prices in US dollars independently. Like if you go on their website, it shows it in US dollars, but I'm not sure if that fluctuates based on the exchange rate. But I think my order confirmation was listed in pounds for whatever reason. But on their website right now, it shows the entire bundle as being $145. It's also sold out. It shows the value being $185. This white rabbit bag is also sold out just by itself, and this has a price of $43 on the website. So it's really cute. It's really more of a collector's piece. Like obviously you can find makeup bags all over the place, so very happy to have that though. Okay, so about the bag, it says, be fashionably late for that important date with the White Rabbit Makeup Clutch Bag. Finished in silky soft faux fur, the magical touches to this bag include a bunny tail detail, gold pocket watch charm, and pastel printed lining featuring the White Rabbit himself. With plenty of room for all your beauty and daily essentials, this makeup bag will double up as a standout clutch bag, the perfect accessory to any outfit. So maybe if you're into cosplay, maybe, but and then it says, packaged in an exclusive Alice in Wonderland dust bag, this piece is definitely a must-have for your collection. Next up, I have the Cheshire Cat brush. So this is one of those retractable travel-style Kabuki brushes. I thought it was really cute that they have, you know, this kind of cardboard tube that it comes in. The cap has the Cheshire cat, and then it even has like the tail on the back. So really nice attention to detail. You take off the cap and it has Disney Alice in Wonderland printed on the inside cardboard, and then the actual brush again has the Cheshire cat on the top and the little tail on the back, and you have to kind of pull it off a little bit hard. But again, it has Disney Alice in Wonderland printed on it, and then that is the shape of the brush. So it's very soft. It's a synthetic fiber because Spectrum is a vegan company, so I don't use this style of brush very often, but again, it's a very cute translation into this kind of Kabuki. So about the Cheshire Cat Kabuki brush, it says, inspired by the signature stripes of the Cheshire Cat, this retractable Kabuki brush is perfect for beauty on the go and sure to add a statement to any makeup bag. Finished with purple ombre bristles and printed aluminum case featuring the iconic Cheshire Cat grin on the lid, use the soft domed bristles of this Kabuki brush to sweep powder or bronzer over the face to effortlessly set your makeup or use throughout the day for those all-important touch-ups. And the retractable feature keeps the bristles clean in your handbag. So that brush, by the way, I think is in stock and it's listed as being $22. Next up, I have these little sponges. So these are meant to look like Alice's tears. I think when she first goes down the rabbit hole and then she cries, and that kind of makes her shrink down again, and then she's flushed through that keyhole, I think. So I thought this was a very, again, cute and clever representation of something from the movie. These are $15, and oh, this is really cute. So they come in a little pouch with a snap. So if you wanted to either store them in here or put them in here for travel or whatever, you could. So this has two different sizes, which is really cute. So the bigger one is a slightly darker blue, and then this little one is slightly smaller. So I will get a picture of them dry. It just says our full-size and half-size Wonder Sponge set for perfecting your base and setting your makeup look. And this is what they look like freshly dampened, as I'm dripping water all over my desk. So hopefully side by side you'll get some idea. So the website says the two-piece Alice Tears sponge set includes a full-size and a half-size sponge finished in pastel blue tones. Perfect tools for the application and blending of base products to a flawless finish. Can be used to apply cream, mineral, or liquid products. For best results, moisten the sponges in water before use to soften before application. The latex-free sponges will increase in size when damp. Okay, so next up we have, so this is the Alice in Wonderland Key to Wonderland brush. So it comes in a sturdy cardboard tube. It says The Way to Wonderland on it, and it has lots of fun images through like the keyhole. So again, very nicely done. And this was very fun that they did this. So it just comes like this, and then it's an actual like metal key with a small kind of blending crease brush on the top. So this is just for packaging this little cardboard cutout. Okay, so on one side it says Spectrum, and on the other, it might be upside down, it says The Way to Wonderland. And it has the white rabbit on the top and like a teapot kind of Mad Hatter motif. And then it has The Way to Wonderland on this little piece of paper attached with ribbon. And then on the back, again, it says Disney, just has the kind of reverse, but it's finished. It's not like, you know, hollow. And then, of course, the actual key part of it down at the bottom. So very nice quality. And this retails for $29. It says, nothing is impossible with the key to Wonderland, designed for collectors, dreamers, and all Disney lovers. This limited edition metal cast brush finished in an old gold style is the perfect tool to add the finishing touches to any makeup look. So apparently this is the A12 brush. It says this A12 Fluffy Pencil brush is softly domed at the tip and fits perfectly into the crease, inner corner, or lower lash line of the eye for the finer details. Okay, so the main brush set, this is a 10-piece brush set, and on the website it just says the Alice in Wonderland 10-piece brush set. This retails for $72. It's also in stock, I believe. And again, it comes in a cardboard case. I think I might actually, I was holding Alice right way up when she's actually upside down. So this one actually had a few pieces of tape kind of holding the tube together, but I was able to remove those and just kind of rub away any residue, so I just thought I would mention that. This one actually has printed on the inside the way to Wonderland, and then you can see all the brushes inside. All right, so I'll go through these. So in no particular order, this is the A15 brush. And I should mention also that you can see they have a blue handle and a gold ferrule. So this is the A15. So it says, we're all makeup mad here. Take a trip down the rabbit hole and let us transport you to Wonderland with the Alice in Wonderland 10-piece brush set. Each brush is finished with pastel blue handles and silky soft golden toned bristles inspired by Alice herself. So I guess that's supposed to be like her hair. With one brush featuring her signature black bow. So we'll show you that in a minute. The reverse of each brush includes the quote, "Meet me in Wonderland," for that added touch of nostalgia. Including 10 essential brushes for complete makeup looks from foundation, powder, and blush to eyeshadow and brows. This brush set has all the tools you'll need to create makeup magic. So A15, this is a lip liner brush. I have some lip brushes that come to more of a point in the middle, so I think I prefer that shape. So next up we have, this is the A05, and this is an angled cheek brush. So kind of your standard cheek brush. It's not too dense, but that could be nice. I guess I'll go ahead and compare the, what is it, A05 to the Refer number 4 brush. You can see the Refer number 4 has shorter bristles. Next up we have the A33, which they call a Luxe Fan. So I don't think I have any fan brushes this shape. You can see I just pulled out a hair. This one looks like it's not quite even. You can see that, but there you go. So that's the A33. Next up we have the A28, which is a flat, fluffy shader. Kind of like the MAC 239, it looks like, in kind of shape and size. And I'll compare the Spectrum A28 to the Refer number 2 brush. Okay, so the Refer one is dirty, but that is, again, the Spectrum A28 next to the Refer number 2. Just to give you an idea. The next one we have here is the A12, which is a fluffy pencil brush. And did I just say the key brush was an A12? Yeah, it is. So that would be one criticism. You know, if you're buying these brushes as a collector, on the one hand, does it really matter if you get a duplicate brush? On the other, if people are likely to purchase the entire collection, should you maybe give them another option that they can use? All right, so just showing you quickly the difference. The bristles on the key are a lot longer, which in turn will make the brush fluffier instead of firmer because there's more movement possible. So it's interesting again that they did that. I mean, does it really matter what brush they put on this? I don't know. Okay, the next one we have is the B06 brush. This is a tall tapered blender, and the only Spectrum brush I had before this, I think I got in a glossy box. This is the B07. So again, I'll just show you those side by side. So the black and gold is the B07 and the Alice one is the B06. This one doesn't appear to be as tapered. This one has a little bit more of a rounded shape to it. Okay, so next up we have another shader. This is the A07. This just says Color Applicator, so I'm not sure what that actually means. Okay, so looking at, you can buy a lot of these brushes in their like permanent lines or in different ranges. So on the other website it says it's a color applicator. Use the dense and rounded bristles of the color applicator brush to effortlessly apply powder or cream products onto the entire lid. The flat paddle shape is perfect for packing on pigments, whilst the fluffy synthetic bristles can be used to diffuse the color for a softer and smokier finish. So it says pack pigment onto the lid using the flat side of the brush, add a blended wash of base color onto the eyelid. Okay, and just showing you the comparison. So this is the A07 next to the A28. The thicker handle one is the A07. So you can see it is wider, maybe a little shorter. Okay, so next up we have the A17, and this is the Angled Brow brush. This is kind of similar to the MAC, it might be the 208 brush. The numbers are starting to wear off. But those are pretty similar. I like using the MAC brush to kind of smudge out eyeliner. So that is probably what I would use the Spectrum one for. Okay, so then we have the number B14, which is a curved concealer brush, which is what I had in mind when I saw this, even before I read that. So I think this will be nice to kind of pat in concealer. I don't have it, but it looks kind of like the some of the Rare Beauty brushes with that kind of sloped shape. So excited to try that. And then last but not least, we have the B13, which is the one with the cute little bow on it. And this is the Curved Complexion brush. So again, let's see, where did I just put it? The foundation and concealer brushes both have that kind of shape to them. Looks like this one, again, might have a loose hair. So this reminds me a little bit of the BK Beauty 101 brush. So I think it's shorter. It's just a smaller brush all around, but kind of similar idea. And as you can probably tell, the little bow is removable. So you can just slip that off, slip it on, whatever you want to do. Especially if you want to wash your brushes, you probably want to take this off or before you use it, just so you don't get anything on it. So that is the final brush. So I think the only brush that really looks like it could have used some more quality control is the fan brush. I tend to prefer natural hair brushes for powder application. That's just my preference, but I understand that some people choose not to use natural fibers. So These feel very soft. We'll see kind of how they work on the face, but yeah, that's the only one that I'm kind of like, I don't know. All right, so going into the makeup application, I'll just quickly apply my corrector. I did apply the Glossier Future Dew before I started filming. I should also mention that the brush comparisons I showed were kind of what leapt to mind, but if you have any other ones that you would like to see a direct comparison to, I'll check and see if I have that particular brush in my collection. I just kind of grabbed some more popular ones that I have. All right, so I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation, and I am in the shade R208, which I should have known without checking because it's what I tend to use whenever I need to find a shade match. You know how Sephora has that foundation finder? So going in with the larger sponge, I've had it kind of resting on a makeup eraser just to kind of maybe absorb some of the excess water. It still feels pretty damp. I wanted to, I guess, get a more full coverage foundation. I mean, the Reboot is not like full coverage, but certainly more than some skin tints and other things that I've been using. But maybe I should have gone with something different, just so you could kind of see the blend a little bit better. So that's what it looks like after applying it. So I like it. I don't know if I like it more than the Beauty Blender, which I'll go ahead and dampen. So you can see the Beauty Blender is quite a bit smaller. The other sponge, so the Beauty Blender is kind of in between both of those. Okay, so next up I'm going to use the Tarte Creaseless Concealer in the shade 10N, and I guess I'll start with a sponge. Normally I kind of use my finger just to kind of spread out product. This is a little bit of a stickier type concealer. Okay, and then just for, you know, whatever. I mean, yeah, you can still get in there with this side of the sponge. I don't want to completely blend it away to nothing. It's a little hard when you have both brushes and sponges that you're trying to use. Yeah, you know, this one is a little bit easier, I think. One thing I like about the Beauty Blender is that it's a little bit more tapered. Like, I think because it's skinnier, like you don't, it's just like a narrower point, if that makes sense. So you're not having to like squeeze as much in underneath your eyes. So next up, I think I'll set, and I don't know if I have a great setting brush. I guess I can use this one. This is the B14, and I'll go ahead and use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. This isn't the type of brush I would typically use just a concealer, but I mean, it definitely sets, definitely puts down some product. You can see that. So, okay. All right, so next I'll go in with some contour. This is the Amber Matchstick from Fenty. And I usually go on the cheeks, down the nose, and then under the chin. So I think I got that pretty even. It's always a little difficult when you're using a smaller mirror. And then because I would use the BK101 brush, I'm going to use this B13 brush to blend it out. So I think that works pretty well. This one actually might be better for blending in like smaller areas because it is a smaller brush. Okay, so I'm gonna do some brows. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel, I think it is, in Taupe. Okay, so I don't really see a good powder brush, so I'm just gonna go in again with the Charlotte Tilbury, and this is an old Real Techniques brush. And just powder. Alright, so I completely forgot about the Cheshire Cat Kabuki. So again, this is just a little dense for what I like. I guess I'll try this with bronzer. I mean, you're really just kind of stamping it on, whereas the brush I used, it's pretty small, but it has a nice bit of give to it. So you can, you know, do that. Okay, let's do some bronzer. So this is the Gucci bronzer in the shade 01. This is going to be obviously a little bit more of a targeted application. So hopefully you can kind of see that. I think if you like, yeah, this just doesn't look good. If you like that type of like travel kabuki, this is the reference number 22. Hopefully I can blend. If you like that kind of brush, then you might like that. But for me, it's just too dense. So just to make sure that's kind of more blended, I'm gonna go back in with the Charlotte Tilbury powder, same brush, and I think that's better. Still maybe not like perfectly blended, but, and then I like to take a little bit of my bronzer kind of on the higher points of my cheek. Okay, so let's do some blush. Okay, I'm going to use Mood Exposure from Hourglass and the A05 brush, and see how this does. Okay. I think this has a nice kind of level of floppiness to it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and apply some lip oil. Just keep my lips hydrated. Alright, and then for highlighter, I'm going to use the Dior Backstage in this, I think, light pink color. And I'll try the fan brush. I normally use like the Anastasia A23 is usually my go-to. The A23 has stiffer, yeah, this isn't really, I mean, it's picking up something, I guess. It's stiffer, so it does work well with kind of the more baked chalet formulas. But if you have a softer formula where you don't want to kind of destroy it, then, you know, this might be a good one. But again, I think just the shape of it doesn't look very appealing. Okay, so actually using some of these ColourPop products. So I bought the full collection, so I don't think I'm going to be applying the false lashes or using the Bambi or Flower palettes. So keeping it in the bunny theme, I'll use the Thumper palette, and then I have the gel eyeliners and the lip gloss, and then I might throw on some of the Morning Light highlighter. I guess I could have used this on my face, but so let's zoom you guys in for the eyes. All right, I think that's as far in as we go. Okay, so I do use an eye primer. This one is from Fenty. I guess I could use like this concealer brush just for the sake of kind of demoing it. Normally I just use my finger, but this, I think this would work for kind of a wash of a cream shadow. I guess this has the added benefit, like normally I go in with a cream colored eyeshadow, and if I don't have that, then I'll go in with some powder to set and make sure the shadows blend. Okay, so just to show you the palette I'm working with, just in case you're not familiar with it, that is what the shades look like. I guess I'll do more kind of a nighttime look. I'm gonna start off with this A12 brush, which is like that little pencil brush, same one that was on the key, and going into long ears, which is the deeper matte shade. So I think I'm just gonna start placing this in the crease. Okay, and then I think I might actually use, I'm gonna use this tiny little brush, and this is actually I think a lip brush, but I'm gonna use this kind of in the way that I would use a small pencil brush, and run that same shade underneath the lash line. That does the job. All right, and then I'm going to use, I think I'm gonna use this, what is this called? A07 brush. And I'm going to go into this I'm Thumpin' shade, which is the one in the middle. So we'll see how well this does with like a thicker metallic formula. Fun. This isn't a look I would typically do. So I'm going to use Great Big Feet, the one on the outer edge. And I guess just for the sake of using a lot of different brushes, I will use the A28. One might have a little bit of fallout, but we'll try and minimize that. Okay, so just patting this, the outer corner. And then just trying to blend. This really looks like more like a villain look than like a happy springtime. I think everything is actually blending out pretty well, considering the types of colors I'm using. and then I'm gonna use, where's that big fluffy one? I'm gonna use this shade and go into Friend Owl, which is the lighter matte. And just get a little bit of that. And just kind of soften. I think I like something with a little bit more kind of heft to it, but this one's pretty floppy. Okay, and that is the eye look. All right, let's do some eyeliner. So I'm gonna go in with the darker shade. I think this one corresponds to Thumper. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so I am going to apply this and then use the A17 brush to kind of blend it out. I don't actually like this color though. I think I might go over it. All right, I'm going to use this Black Caviar from Pixie. Sometimes what I like to do is take the gel pencil that I'm using and the brush and just kind of do this to get some onto the brush, and then I will kind of line up the brush with the angle of my lower lash line and just kind of drag it in. And then, if necessary, get more on the brush. And then drag it in. So I find like this is the best slash only way I'm kind of able to successfully do a wing. I don't know what it is about a brush, if it's like the size or just being able to like, not just with a point like an eyeliner, just, you know, what am I trying to say? Like you have the beginning and the end point, kind of, you know? So it's not like a point of an eyeliner where you're just kind of, where you're not grounded to anything, if that makes sense. And I also have hooded eyes, so have to kind of keep them on the, keep the wings on the smaller side. So I think this does as good a job as the MAC one. So no complaints. I also think gel is just a little bit more forgiving. It's usually softer and it's a little bit easier to correct, I think. Okay. So I'm going to apply mascara, and do we have anything else to do? Just lips? Oh, and the chest highlighter. Okay, so mascara is on, and next up we have the lip gloss. So this is called the Twitter Pated Luxe Gloss Trio, which I think is a really cute name. I think, let's see, where's the Thumper one? Okay, so this light pink is the Thumper. I think I might actually want to use a nude lipstick first. All right, I'm gonna go in with this NARS Anita shade, which doesn't look like I've even touched yet. Kind of a My Lips But Better shade, just a little bit darker. And then going in with the gloss. I'm actually going to just put some on the back of my hand and dab it on with my fingers so that I don't kind of change the color of the wand. Probably should have used a matte lipstick, but that's fine. Okay, so let's go in now with the Morning Light highlighter. It has a fun poof. So, and then it has a cover. Just has those little holes in it. I think the inside is actually plastic. I can find that. Okay. And it just ripped. You know, I guess I could try and just get out a tiny bit. You know how some people say just like take off half. Oh, I think what they actually do is like take a pin maybe and like punch part of them. Maybe I'll try doing that. All right, I'm gonna put the lid on and see if that kind of gets any product out. Some, I mean, if I were just using this on the face, it would probably be enough, but let's see what it does on the buddy. All right, so you can see, hopefully, I guess having the poof in there though, it keeps it from like totally. I'll often put highlighter on my, can you see it? You can see it in real life. I think this would be really pretty if you had a tan or something. Now you're all bronzed and glowing for the summer. Okay, so that's almost everything. I just wanted to show you one final brush that I purchased, which wasn't part of the Alice in Wonderland collection. So this is the Fantasia Magic Broom brush, and this one I think is also still in stock. I think this is $29, and it has the Mickey on the front there. It says Fantasia, little broom, and this one. It has like a brush cover, and after I saw this, I think I probably could have used this for powder. It's a pretty fluffy brush, but it's like the broom, and it's metal. So again, it's really nice quality. It looks, you know, the bristles look pretty good, but again, this is just like kind of a collector's thing, and I guess I'm a moderate Disney fan. I wouldn't say I'm like diehard, but I think over the past year especially, some things that just make me smile are worth getting, even if I might not otherwise purchase them. So it says the Fantasia collection, so they did a whole collection, I think, last fall that I missed most of. They had a fun like Mickey Wizard's hat that was a makeup bag, so they do lots of fun things. It says the Fantasia collection just wouldn't be complete without a magic broom sweeping brush. Designed for collectors, dreamers, and all Disney lovers. This limited edition metal cast brush is the perfect tool to add a sweep of powder to finish any makeup look. So yeah, I definitely should have. So it doesn't say specifically if this is like a brush in their permanent line. I mean, if they were making a brush to mimic a broom, it might not be. I don't really know. This one I'm not as reluctant to use. I'm not sure how practical it is really, although the hands do kind of help you hold it in a way. I should have used this for powder. So I guess I'll apply a kind of finishing touch of powder, because this is like the type of little brush I would probably use. I mean, you could probably use this for blush or highlighter, contour. I mean, it's just like a little tapered brush, so whatever you would normally use this type of product for. But yeah, went ahead and picked that up. So partly because I was already placing an order, I think before the Alice in Wonderland collection had launched, I saw this and I was intrigued by it, but I didn't want to pay for shipping. I think they have free shipping over a certain amount. And I actually paid, I think, $5 for expedited shipping, which I did write down. I ordered this on March 26th, and keep in mind that they are based in the UK, so if I ordered it like midday March 26th, it might not actually have been seen until like March 27th. And I received it on April 8th. So over a week, which I wouldn't really consider expedited. It did seem like it was kind of waiting for a while to be picked up. I did recognize, however, that the UK has bank holidays on Good Friday and Easter Monday, so that kind of cut out 2 business days from the shipping time, I guess. So whatever, I got it eventually, and it's all good. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me play with some of these brushes and the ColourPop Bambi collection. Again, let me know if you have any questions down below. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I do unboxings and hauls and reviews and swatches and all sorts of fun things on my channel. So I hope you will stick around for a while. And I think that's about it. So I hope you guys are all staying very safe and healthy out there, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.